Now, a few people who are somewhere around Mumbai, skulking around Mumbai, would have been watching this particular game and already looking ahead to the India-Australia series. Not fans, the players themselves. Yes, they've landed in India. The Australian team, Aaron Finch and company, would have been keeping a close eye on this game, or maybe even driven up to Pune, who knows, to try and watch this game. And that's going to be...
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this series. Australia have not played any one-day internationals since the World Cup. They've had a ridiculously one-sided home summer. And that could be because of the nature of the opposition. It could be because the home team was that good. And this Australian team is different from the last 12 months because they found a number 3. Smith and Warner are back. The fast bowlers are bowling well. And all of a sudden, there's a little buzz around Australia. There's a lot of confidence around. India, there's always been confidence. And India and Australia is always a needle contest. Pity it's only 3. But they're playing on 3 very good surfaces. Rajkot will be a good batting surface again.
Yes.
And Mumbai and Bangalore. So it should be a really good series.
And they're coming off, I mean, while India obviously are tuning up with the T20 internationals and pretty much the same nucleus of the side. But for Australia, they're coming straight off the Big Bash. Pretty much every one of these players would have literally played a Big Bash game and gone to the airport. So they're also tuned up for many of them.
That's a perfect warm-up, isn't it? Like, both the teams coming off T20 format, so that is something which will be exciting. Also, the wickets has good bounce. I mean, all the 3 venues which you're talking about has a nice even bounce, and that's what Australians will certainly thrive on. So I'm looking forward to the series from that point of view. I think it'll be definitely a step up from this series, and there'll be even contests. So it'll be a good challenge for Indian team.
Shami comes back.
Yeah.
So Bumrah, Shami. And what's Saini Thakur again in that side, I think?
Yeah, they're all there.
Yeah, there you go.
Have a look at the squad.
So Bumrah, Shami, Saini, if all 3 are playing together, that's a lot of pace to throw at Australia. Though Shardul Thakur might point to his performances in T20. Now, who do you have on the other side? On the other side, you've got Stark, you've got Cummins. There's a lot of fast bowling coming from there as well. Kane Richardson. RCB guys will be looking at him with mixed feelings, saying, should he do well, should he not do well? But there's a lot of real quality that you can see there. There's Rohit Sharma, there's David Warner, there's Virat Kohli, there's Steve Smith. There's some wonderful players. You're getting genuine world-class players on either side. I'd go so far as to say it could be the highlight, even if it's only 3 games of the home summer.
It certainly would be. Let's just go back to that India squad and try and see. We talk about the headache between Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul. How about the headache of trying to pick the fast bowler? We've got a man of the series and a man of the match from this particular series, Saini and Shardul Thakur. Both of them certainly will be putting their hands up.
But you'd only pick one of them, won't you?
Yes.
You'd still pick Chahal and you'd still pick Shami and Bumrah.
Shami, Bumrah for sure, and I think third.
Tough choice?
Yeah, because Navdeep Saini and Shami are similar kind of bowlers, I would say. So possibly they will pick one of them, and Shardul can add that balance. That balance which the Indian team management have been very fond of. We've seen, so they would possibly go with that kind of a balance in the attack. Shami will be bowling in the middle overs, so you can actually use Shami as an attacking bowler. He has used the reverse swing also well. So if there is some reverse swing on offer, he can become handy. Bumrah can take up the responsibility of bowling those death overs along with Shardul.
And who's going to take the $1 million question? The batting.
The batting? Okay,
How excited he is.
Let's leave the opener side. Who's your number 6? Are you going to play Shivam Dube or are you going to play Kedar Jadhav? I think 3, 4, 5 pick themselves. I think he'll still play Rishabh Pant, obviously. This was just a rest for him. So he'll play Pant at 5, Shreyas Iyer at 4, Virat Kohli at 3, Rohit Sharma at 1. So you've got to pick 2 and 6. So Rahul or Shikhar in 50 over cricket.
Right.
And Dube or Jadhav. I think those are the 2 choices. Jadeja has to play because he's the only spinner who bats.
So there's no Manish Pandey, despite what he's done.
Yeah. Chahal will also play for sure. So that is something. So 2 spinners. I think the skeleton of playing 11 will be that, like 3 seamers, 2 spinners is something which they should give priority to. If you have the luxury of having that 6th bowling option, then Dube or Kedar Jadhav will be looked upon. I doubt that Ravindra Jadeja will start the series. I mean, depending between Ravindra Jadeja and
You got Kuldeep and Chahal.
yeah.
One factor we
Leggy
might
will
have
play for sure.
been the back of our minds, but we didn't say. I know you talked about Saini and Shami being similar bowlers, but Shardul Thakur also said at the end of the game that I've been practicing my batting and it's good to contribute at number 8. So is that again a small factor that might go in
If
his
he
favour?
could bat at 7, then to some extent Jadeja's place could be in trouble. Then you could play Kulcha and 3 quicks and play them 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But because Jadeja gives you that 5th bowler's role, because he'll also bat at 7, that's the only advantage for me with the finger spinner, because these are very good batting pitches. So finger spinner won't have a lot of purchase, but my gut feel is they'll have to play him as a batsman at 7.
But are we making a choice between Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul?
I think in form batsman will get the nod. The KL Rahul had really taken it to that level, where he's virtually claiming that spot. He's saying, okay, I'm hungry, I'm there, I'm in form, you can't leave me out. And I think that's something which will go in his favour. Shikhar Dhawan has looked good, has put up the numbers, but when you look at KL Rahul, he has seen in a very calm, composed, in a zone, I think, and you have to go back a while where Shikhar was in a similar kind of mold. I think where Shikhar was, KL Rahul is also in that kind of multi-nation tournament kind of mode. It's just making it look very easy. So I think KL Rahul will get an edge over Shikhar this time.
Fair enough. Just a small edge, maybe by a short head. The kind of margin by which I was beaten to the My 11 Circle expert couch, if I could say that.
That's okay. You got all the spotlight with the red anyway.
Fair enough. Happy to be Shikhar Dhawan for the moment. But what about Australia? We've mentioned a few of the names, and yes, I did mention Big Bash for some of the players, but yes, the others came out straight out of Test cricket.
See what I like, they picked 14. They're not picking 16, 17 players. They're saying 14. So I think they know what the 11 is. They'll have Finch and Warner, maybe Labuschagne 3, Smith 4, Hanscom 5, maybe Hanscom and Darcy Short. That's one of those two. So Hanscom 5 maybe. Carey is good enough to bat at 6, because last time they had Stoinis batting at 6.
Yep.
They've replaced a batting all-rounder with Ashton Agar, who's a bowling all-rounder. So Agar will bat at 7. Then they've got Cummins, Stark, Zampa, and they'll pick one of Hazelwood or Richardson.
Well, I think going by Richardson's last 2 Big Bash games,
He's done really well, hasn't he?
Bowled really, really well.
Yeah,
And
I heard some RCB guy saying he's finishing off his form in the Big Bash.
I did say that.
I didn't say that. I'll start getting hate mail.
But anyway, I think that all makes for a good squad. And I know even though Ashton Turner will be struggling to push his way in, memories of the last time he played in India.
Mohali. Remember, it was in Mohali, wasn't it?
Yes.
Finish out that game in Mohali. So they can play Ashton Turner at 5 if they want someone on those batting surfaces to go and explode there. But no Maxwell. It's interesting. They've said Maxwell remains in the mix, which is a nice way of telling someone we haven't picked you. So no Maxwell, no Stoinis, no Khwaja was man of the series last time. So lots of changes.
So it looks like
Certainly
they're going in
not.
a different direction.
Yeah.
But
But
at
this is
least
almost a test team. Have you noticed?
it is. If you add Labuschagne to the mix.
1, 2, 3, 4 are test players. The 3 quicks are test players. Just the keeper's a one-day specialist, but it's just that Tim Payne has suddenly grown 10 years younger. So otherwise, Alex Carey would be playing. Finch doesn't play, correct, because they now have to find somebody to bat with Warner. Finch has given up. So yeah, they've got 6, 7 from the test squad here.
Yep. And as you said, we didn't even mention Labuschagne in all this, the new run machine for Australia.
No reason why he can't bat at 3 in one-day cricket. He seems a very busy player in test match cricket as well. No reason why he can't bat 3 in one-day cricket.
And if you ever need an extra bit of bowling for
Which
whatever
also
reason,
Darcy Short can give. So
Yeah.
if something happens to him, then Darcy Short could be a number 3 because he also bowls that left arm spin a little bit.